A box is a box is a box. I've never heard anybody complain that, no, I don't want to send my parcel in that box, or no, I don't want to pack my gear in that box. It just doesn't look good enough. When it comes to a box, it's not about looks, it's about practicality. The Fiat Qubo is not going to win any looks or stylish competitions. We're about to find out though just how practical it is. Been a soundtrack that's kind of been buzzing around in my head. I'm not a big guy on singing, but you might know this one. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. That's kind of how I'm feeling driving around in the Qubo, and it's not a bad thing. Let's start with the facts here. What makes this car so practical, so economical, and possibly very, very quirky? So let's call it a non-conformist MPV or mom's taxi. But the drive is really, really good. Immediately, what I think people are going to enjoy is that it has that SUV-like command driving position. So from a woman's perspective, they're going to love it. And the wheel is exactly where you want it. It's multi-function as well. For me, what is also really cool, I've got my armrest in place, so it's a very, very simple move down to the gear lever. The gear lever is in the perfect position. All the controls are exactly where you need them. And that is practical, that is functional, and makes driving the Qubo tons of fun. What drives it? Well, they're running it with two engines, a 1.4 litre petrol engine, we in the diesel, 1.3 litre, and let me tell you, the diesel is going to be the pick of the bunch. 55 kilowatts, 190 newton meters of torque, it is plenty, and it's really linked up to a very, very nice 5-speed manual box. Driving this car around has been an absolute pleasure. The power band comes in nice and early, so you never find yourself searching for gears. And I think using this in town, driving it around as a city multi-purpose vehicle, Fiat really has done a great job. Even from a road holding and drive perspective, super, super smooth, handles the bumps really well, and actually feels pretty dynamic to drive too. The petrol, 54 kilowatts, 118 newton meters of torque, it's going to be the cheaper option, coming in at just under 180,000 Rand, whereas the diesel that we're in is going to set you back 200,000. But I think, especially if you consider the biggest market is up in Joburg, you're going to find that 1.4 a little bit flat. The diesel is the bomb. Other things I really like, awesome having these sliding doors. Both doors slide, so access is really simple. And when you are in the back, lots of leg room. It also gives you a theatre or cinema style seating, so passengers in the back get a fairly good view over the driver's head. People might complain and say, oh, well, we can't open the windows in the back because they've got those little side flap windows. That might be a bit of a negativity. There are lots of options in terms of how you configure the seats. It gives you a lot of functionality and practicality as well. Good space as well, 330 litres in the back, and if you take the back lid out, you can load 650 litres in the back with the seats in normal place. That's pretty impressive loading space. Something I've complained about quite a lot with the new stylish cars that are not shaped like a box is that you actually have so many blind spots when driving. A B-pillar sits in the way, you've got to move your head to see what's going on. I love the visibility in the Qubo. Big window, I can see exactly what's going on. Very easy to maneuver. The mirrors are big, in good place, so you can actually see the back of the car when you are reversing. Something people might complain about is the front end. Like, oh no, I'm not going to go into the styling perspective, but they've put on this really formidable front bumper. Their reasoning is most of your accidents could be low-speed front impact. So they're trying to protect the vital organs, the radiator and that type of stuff from damage. But it obviously adds to the ugly duckling status of the vehicle. Safety features, ABS with EBD, and it comes with front and side airbags. And I love all the little storage details as well. So they really have thought about the mom who's carrying lots of stuff. If you can get your head around a box, isn't always the greatest looking thing, but it's practical. Come and get into this box and drive the Fiat Qubo, because it really is a very, very good drive. It's solid, it feels well put together. It comes standard with a 3-year comprehensive 100,000 kilometer maintenance and service plan, so peace of mind motoring. I now know why Postman Pat is always so happy, because he was in a car that just did what he needed it to do. It was practical, it was economical, and this is economical. And it just made motoring a breeze. I just need a black and white cap now.